Our mesothelioma law firm helps families recover after a cancer diagnosis. Every year, 3,000 more hard-working Americans are diagnosed with mesothelioma, an aggressive and deadly type of cancer. Oftentimes, these men have just retired from their careers. They're looking forward to a long retirement with their family that they worked so hard to achieve. They develop a cough that progressively gets worse, as well as a stabbing pain in their chest that just won't go away, no matter how much Tylenol they take. By the time they're diagnosed with mesothelioma, it's too late. Even if they fight it and undergo surgery and chemotherapy, the chances that they'll be alive in 5 years are slim. They just try to spend as much time as they can with their family. If you're in a similar situation, we want you to know that you're not alone. Like other mesothelioma victims before you, you were put in this situation through no fault of your own. Asbestos is linked to mesothelioma. Your employer and other companies exposed you to asbestos, a naturally occurring fiber that was used heavily in several industries between 1930 and 1980. We know today that asbestos is the only known cause of mesothelioma. Decades ago, many of these companies knew the dangers of asbestos, but they continue using it because they valued profits over the lives of their workers. Over 100 years ago, the United States government first recognized an abnormally high rate of death among asbestos workers. Other serious negative health effects of asbestos were noted as early as 1933 when a German scientist discovered a related lung tumor, and yet, the American industry continued to use the mineral in products, ranging from construction material to household goods. Even today, while it is strictly regulated, the use of asbestos is not banned. For years, careless manufacturers, employers, and landlords ignored the dangers. In some cases, they even actively covered up the risks. Their failure to protect the public in order to boost their own bottom line led to the suffering and eventual deaths of those with mesothelioma. To learn more about the history of asbestos use in the United States, download Attorney Joseph Shannon's book, Mesokillers, a saga of corporate greed, lies, and the painful deaths of American workers. Our mesothelioma attorneys understand what you're going through if you or someone you love has been diagnosed with mesothelioma. Our lawyers are here to help you through this difficult time. While we can't undo your cancer diagnosis, we can hold the negligent companies responsible who put you in this position. In Illinois, there are time limitations for filing a lawsuit after a mesothelioma diagnosis. That's why we recommend that you contact an experienced law firm like Shannon Law Group as soon as possible. Hiring a lawyer to represent you in a lawsuit doesn't cost you or your family a dime. We charge a contingency fee, which means that we don't get paid unless you get paid. Diagnosed with mesothelioma? Learn about the history of asbestos in the US and how you were exposed. About 3,000 hardworking Americans are diagnosed with mesothelioma each year. Why? Because they were exposed to asbestos at their workplace decades ago. If you're one of these hardworking Americans, you deserve answers. In this book, you will learn about the history of asbestos in the US and how big corporations put profits before their workers, resulting in the painful deaths of millions.